What is up, everybody? We're back. Welcome back to Finding Value Fantasy. We're here, week 11 of the fantasy football action. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Going to be doing an early one this week because I have some travel going on this week. So excited to jump in a little early to the slate, but it should be a lot of fun. Going to still do some Pickems, the usual stuff, some Dawg Bowls. We should have some fun. So let's go. All right, everybody, we're here. There is the good old setup here. You guys like the little intro with the music there? Kind of a vibe. Let's get this popping. All right, we're back. Okay, all right. As usual, dog stuff there, but he's chilling now. I'm sure he wasn't up to no good. Okay, we're waiting on 11 for this Dawg Bowl draft. We'll go over the portfolio while we're waiting then. Go ahead and get into that action. Hold on a second. What else we got next here? This one. All right, so pull up the BBMDB app. Gonna be a shorter stream today, but it should still be a decent little stream, hour and a half or so. All right, let's pull this bad boy up. Show you guys how my teams are looking. Here they are. As you guys know, I didn't max BBM, but I still got a good amount of entries in, 60 entries. Got a few that look like according to this, are locked in. Obviously, that's not a guarantee, but a good shot of making it through. So that's like what? 4, 5, 6. 6 feel pretty likely, and then a lot of others with some chances as well. This team in here I'm the most excited about is obviously the top one is very nice. That's the team we've been looking at quite a bit lately. It's in the top 3,000 with Rashee Rice, Mahomes, Goff, J-Mo, that kind of stuff. A couple running back is not as good as I would have hoped it to be, but when you have JT, Javonte, it gets the job done. Mason and JCM were feeling like good picks until recently, not feeling quite as good about them, but that's okay. And then we got this team here somewhere in this, I think right here. This is the team I really want to get through. So we got the Jordan Love, Tua, Geno, Barkley, Henderson, Pollard, Sharps, Monaghan. So like 5 usable running backs, probably. Call it 4 probably. JSN, Waddle, great. Pearsall, maybe good if he's back. Keon Coleman, not great. Pittman, awesome. Dubs, been great. Torrey Horton, been great. Big Washington, fine pick. And then Bowers and Fan just holding down. So if I can just get this Bowers and Henderson team to do, that feels pretty fun to get a team like that through. Feels like it's pretty hard to do. And without JT, it'll be nice if I can get this one through, but not really projected to. But obviously one good week, another couple big Bowers weeks, it could definitely change this very quickly. Pearsall being back could change that as well, stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Got to think a lot of the JT teams on top will take a small hit now that their bye is here. Obviously, it's not. He might just keep smashing when he gets back, but they haven't hit their bye yet. A lot of other teams have, so If you have a team with a lot of buys that already passed, you might get a little bit of a bump up. But hey, if I get this is projecting me for 9 or 10 teams, I'd be happy with 9 or 10 teams. That's about average, a little above average. If I get to 10, 9 is a little bit below, so that's not a bad spot to be. I just don't want to be super below. Obviously, I'd rather be super above, but we'll see what we can do. Got a couple other contests that look like they have a good shot of making it through. That being the Bulldog team with Bowers also. That looks pretty fun. And a couple other like Huskies and stuff like that. I like the smaller entry, bigger buy-in are kind of fun contests. I want to hope to get as many of those through because those really give you a good chance to realize your equity there. Whereas these are just like full, lottery shots, but at least, you have a chance if you're advancing. That works. And no one joining this Dawg Bowl. All right, I'm about to do a different thing here if I'm not going to be able to do. Let's see. Take a look at all my Bowers teams. So yeah, I got one advancing. So that I did have one that's already through. Well, not through. Already has a good chance. It's a Gibbs, Mason, Ray Davis, Algier, Rico. Yeah, this is a nice team. I like this team a lot. This team's fun. Another Pearsall team. Colts team. That one's fun. So if I get that one through, that'd be cool. If I get these two, that'd be my goal. If I can get 2 out of these 9 teams through with Bowers, that'd be badass. Check out this dumpster fire of a team. Oh, God. 3 zeros at running back. Worthy is my first receiver. Holy moly. Man. And the thing is, there's no injury zeros here. Obviously, Jaden McCarthy was hurt a bit. Ridley's hurt a little bit, but there's no injury zeros here. It's just these are just bad picks. Wow. I mean, Bowers, I guess you can count, but even then, he's scoring some points with his one big week. Yeah, Bowers-Loveland was not a good combo because they were both banged up or not doing anything. Bowers and Fannin, much more optimal combo. Fannin kind of helped the Bowers team stay afloat. But hey, crazier things have happened. Let's check out the top teams in the contest here. Pretty bit. God, all these hundreds are crazy. Chase, JT, Jacobs, James Cook. So heavy RB really still showing how powerful that is. Obviously, the best of the best receivers like JSN are super powerful for you, but James Cook, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, all nuking, and you just it's crazy because Jacobs is having a fine season, and JT's 100 points ahead of him. Crazy, absolutely crazy. And best ball scoring, it could be less, it could be more. I don't really know, but either way, best ball scoring. JT's 100 points ahead. That is insanity. Wow. McMillan's a 0. He basically has 5 receivers, but they're all pretty decent. This is a super thin receiver team. You'd think it'd be really, really tough, but when Chase is going off, Olave's been fine, Wandell's been fine, JMO's had some spike weeks, Sheets had some weeks. It gets there. And then he has 4 tight ends too. Crazy. 3, 5, 6, 4. Wow. Stafford's been a crazy good pick. And it's funny he doesn't even have Puka. It wouldn't be up here with Puka, so. Stafford's been an awesome pick. Stafford is falling and falling and falling and then turning in an MVP level season. It's crazy. We'll do some Battle Royales while we're waiting for this Dawg Bowl to fill. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about. There's 4 weeks left in the season for best ball. 10, week 10, 11, 12, or 11, 12, 13, 14. So my goal So try to see if I can snake a Dawg Bowl ticket in the next couple of weeks. That would be really fun. If I can't do that, let's just have another profitable week. I think I've had one obviously massively profitable week to pay for my whole season and then some, and then another week that I profited as well. And then last week I pretty much, last week I profited as well, but it's because I got to show you that lineup too. I guess we should go into everything. Forgot about that. Wanted to wipe it out of my mind, honestly. Had a sick DraftKings lineup. Didn't quite get there, but it had a lot of the pieces you needed. Just needed those Lions touchdowns to go in way of the passing game instead of not all, but a lot of them through the run. Definitely could have been a much different day for me, but it was still a nice, solid hit, but just really unfortunate how it all went down. I'll show you the team here. Here it is. So I got the Goff team got a Goff triple with Achane, Henderson, Tez Johnson. So that was my first early pieces I had. I had Achane, Henderson, and Tez Johnson early. Just 3 giga smashes from the early parts. All like kind of higher percentage than you would have liked, but not bad. And then low owned Ken Walker, just absolute, like so many chances to like do anything. Bust a lawn touchdown, running the whole game. They throw like 12 times the whole game. Plenty of opportunities. Doesn't get there. Defense carries me a little bit there, but I don't know. Like alternate reality, Gibbs scores 1 touchdown, and then another one goes to Amon-Ra, another one goes to Laporta, and then maybe even Walker does anything. It doesn't even have to go that much different, and this team could make it to the top, but still a good lineup. So that was good. Also had a Pickem hit on Underdog. Unfortunately, not the one I built, but one that was somewhat similar with my Henderson. My confidence with Henderson started to really get high as the week went on. Man, it's really hard to get at lobbies at this time of the week. It's annoying. My confidence with Henderson started to really jump as the week went on, and so I just ended up hammering Henderson. He's probably my highest owned player in contest last week. Let me take a look and verify that real quick. Last week, my highest owned player was Lamar Jackson at 27%, and then Henderson at 26. So Waddle was good, Amon-Ra not good, Kenneth Walker not good. So the elite quarterbacks were just a complete disaster. I can't believe how bad they were. Lamar was fine. Lamar played fine, didn't get there. Allen played bad, did okay. Crazy. Dart would have broke the slate if he stayed on the field, I think. So I kind of got built out there. But the problem was this week, like I had a decent chunk of Gibbs and a decent chunk of Achane, but you needed them combined to sniff any money this week in 6-mans, and I didn't have a lot of that combo. I don't think I even had a single team of that combo. But if Henderson is a guy that matters, then it's a much different week for me, considering I had so much of him at 30% ownership. So I'm happy with the way I played that part of it. Ikbuka was great. JJ was not great. Waddle was great. JMO was great. Low on JMO was the winning lineup. I think was the wide receiver 2 on the week. Could have been better, could have been worse. I just misread the Buffalo Baltimore stuff big time. I have another chance to do it again this week. We'll see what I end up going with. But that was really tilting. But anyways, the pick of my hit was, I'll show you as I pull up this draft here. We got a 6-man draft going now. I'll show you the last thing that made my week profitable. A massive Pickem hit. So that was really nice. Let me show you that. It is right here. Where is it at? There it is. Okay, so here it is. This I did a Henderson scroll where I just took him all the way to the max of his alt yards, or his combined yards, to 150. Barely got there, and I took likely under and a likely over. There's the likely over one. So basically, like, if this hits, I get paid out for a 45xer. So that was a nice win to have. Obviously, I wish I did that on stream, for you guys. Likely really screwed me. This was on stream. Did this one. Smash, smash. And then just not even a chance. Like, I mean, he had a couple catches, like 4 targets. Definitely the opportunity was there, but that game was just, I don't know. I was really hoping they'd throw it more. Didn't feel like they were throwing it very much. So whatever. It's okay. Can't get too mad about it. But yeah, would have been nice to hit this one for the community too, if anyone tailed that bad boy. My take this week is to get any time you can click on, unless it's you have the 101. Anytime you can click the name CMC. Okay. Click the name CMC when you see him. Anytime you can click the name JSN Puka Nakua, you click that. And then after that, then I go from there. But like anytime I can click the name Puka Nakua or JSN, I want them on my teams. I think they're both good plays in like DraftKings type stuff as well. Let me go ahead and put this in here. 16.4 portfolio and recap. Yeah, so anytime I can click those 2 names, I'm going to click them every single time I can. Just think like that game, like if you just look at last week, like for example, if either of those games are like even remotely close, they're both going to put up a higher score, and they both put up a solid score last week, but not one you needed. So 14 for Puka, and then JSN like put up pretty much the score in the first quarter, and then that was it the whole game. So in a game that stays competitive, as you'd hope, like a divisional tilt like this that should be very good for the passing games of both teams, especially if it turns into like a shootout. So very much into that. Stafford super on the table this week. Let's go with Igbuka, like James Cook maybe. Definitely a good running back I can get if I can get either of these 3. Vidal's a little bit lower. Yeah. I think one of the, not easiest, but like one of the better takes that I had like right away is like, just like clearly, it was pretty clear that Dobbins was going to be hurt. And I think most people that were tuned in knew that, like that he's like actually hurt and might not play this week. Got a confirmation that he might go on IR. So that sounds like to me that he's not going to play for a few weeks. Means Harvey, definitely a bump up. Was trying to take him as much as I could in Dawg Bowl. Obviously, people are super sharp. People were grabbing him as they should. But I got a few shares in the 3rd, 4th round, which I think will be a pretty nice value. As the contest goes on, he'll probably end up sneaking into the 2nd round. Probably 2nd round is probably where he'll go most of the time, if not already. So not mad about that. We're 5 away on the Dawg Bowl now, so waiting on that bad boy to keep going. We got the tight end slate. It's interesting. We got the McBride Kittle stuff. And then I'm just in on like, I'm gonna buy these 2 quarterbacks that I think are good. I think Jordan Love's a good quarterback. I think Purdy's a good quarterback. If Purdy's back, obviously if Purdy's not back, just like change this name to Mac Jones, I guess. But yeah, Purdy's there. I want to play him with Kittle. I want to play him with CMC. I want to play him with even Jennings. I want to play him with Pearsall if you're feeling real crazy. I think that Pearsall could play this week. If they're both back, I think they're both good plays. And then also Green Bay seems, I mean, we don't know about Dobbs. Dobbs could definitely be in. If that case, I would take Dobbs with Jordan Love. But if he's not in, I'm really interested in the Watson, Wicks, Musgrave stack. It doesn't feel quite as good in 6-mans, but definitely viable. I don't see why you can't get that. You know, kind of Jameson Williams-esque performance from a guy like Wicks where he gets 18 to 20 points and hits the optimal lineup. I don't see reason why that can't happen. So that's kind of where I'm playing this week. We'll see. I'm going to be drafting mostly early. I'm not going to be drafting much late, so we'll see what kind of I decide to do. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. Woody Marks feels like a really good play. He kind of took over the backfield last week, and he looked good. Well, he looked solid. So if he just continues to do that, continues eating the workload, Tennessee's a good matchup for running backs because they're always playing from ahead. The other team's usually playing for ahead, so that usually helps the running backs a bit. So, yeah. Into a little chunk of. Hi, enough. Definitely into some Woody marks. All right, so we got Vidal, Nico. Nico is there. Kind of tempting to grab him up. Or okay, so let's see. We can go Vidal. We can go Lad. Herbert Lad is kind of fun too. Herbert went. Okay, so I can't get Herbert anyways. Let's say, let's do our thing. Let's do a Jordan Love team with Musgrave. Could this be a get right game for them? They're down. They lost their last 2 games. Passing offense hasn't looked great in either game. They could obviously lean on the run in a big way. If Dart's in this game, it's a lot funner or a lot more fun. But I think the game could be kind of just, it could be one-sided in the sense of like, I don't know. This Pittsburgh game was pretty one-sided and they were just kind of slinging it. Like, there's no reason that this can't be the outcome for Love instead. He's a good quarterback in my opinion. So I don't mind going back to him. Obviously, having Tucker Kraft is a big deal. He's a much better player than Musgrave. But Musgrave can make chunk plays. We saw it at his rookie year. We can see kind of the plays he can make and has made. So I'm really into just kind of buying that. Buying that well before you see it. So it's a little bit annoying because I had a couple of really good takes last week, but it didn't really matter if you didn't have the Gibbs Achane combo. And my thumbnails were just, all my thumbnail plays were just awful. I can't even say they were like that directionally accurate. Just like Josh Allen, worst, like one of the worst games he's played. And then we have like, you know, a weird just so touchdown. Lamar didn't get there really. Like, just, I don't know. Then I'm like, I'm big on Henderson, big on Waddle, and I don't put them on the thumbnail. That's how it is. You're not going to pick out the right player every time. Especially when you're trying to search for, like, you're not like, I'm not playing like most of the people I put on here are not like higher picks. They're all like unowned picks. So it's definitely a little bit harder to nail the right player. All right. Dog's been getting into the garbage lately and stuff, so I'm trying to make sure he is not acting out. I think he's fine though, but got him now. Let's go with waiting on 3 for Dawg Bowl still. We can squeeze another BR in, I think. We'll probably do 2 Dawg Bowls today. So yeah. But yeah, I got a bit of Harvey early. I think that was sharp to do. I think most people expected it, but wasn't confirmed that Dobbins was going to be out. But like he had that tweet where he's just like pissed off, like called the hip drop tackle and shit like that. So felt pretty likely that was going to be the case. So one of my takes this week is that, like, I don't know, I'm getting a little bit of, I don't know about trap game vibes, but just like I'm feeling a little queasy about the Bengals stuff. Drafting 3 Bengals. Obviously, Flacco's been like a million times better than Browning, but like drafting 3 Bengals most drafts, I don't know, doesn't feel great against Pittsburgh. I don't know. It's something about that game is not sitting right to me. But in all reality, it'll probably be a fun game where Metcalf has a decent game. Finally, Warren has a good game. Those kind of things probably will happen. One of the tight ends for Pittsburgh will get there. I don't know. It's a weird game. I'm not feeling too good about the game in general. I'm just not. So that's kind of, I don't know. I'm just gonna pick JSN and Puka this week over Chase. I'm gonna get some Chase, but like I'm totally fine playing this like really fun game environment through Puka and JSN and just getting as much as I can of both of them. I'd love to get both of them on one team if I can. If not, I'm gonna do that in DraftKings, probably like every team I have. I think it's just like those guys have just had crazy rolls, and honestly, a lot of the times they don't get there are because, well, for Puka, A, they get hurt, or B, they don't get there because they're just beating the crap out of teams too much, and they don't really need to be there. Like you saw, like pretty early on, like, okay, well, Puka, JS Enterprise done scoring points because they're up by like 20 each, like 30 for Seattle. So that is something I think could. I don't think that's going to happen this week. And that makes me really interested in that game. Obviously, two solid defenses, which is the one thing that's a little concerning, but in divisional matchup, all that jazz. But I think it could be a fun game. Take a look at this matchup. Yeah, so it's Rams by 3. Seattle's expected to score 22.75 points. Was that like a 48 total? 48.5 total. Yeah. All right. So at the turn, I think there's going to be a lot more Allen McCaffrey teams than Lamar McCaffrey teams. So we'll do that, and then we'll go ahead and take. Let's go Warren on this one. Let's get Warren. So yeah, Warren, Lamar, McCaffrey. More into Andrews this week than I was last week because he's like actually low owned now. So there's not much of a benefit to take likely, but I still think he's in play. The tight ends, pretty much after you get past Kittle, I think all of these tight ends should be like equal percentage, but there obviously won't be. But that's an edge there. I think after Kittle, there should be like no tight end that's like specifically drafted way more than the others, but there's going to be, Kelsey, Auden, Gadsden, Schultz are going to be drafted, 100% of drafts when I think that should not be anywhere near the case. The only people that should be 100% drafted probably are Kittle and McBride. You can make the argument for Kelsey. So going to have a chunk of Andrews, likely Loveland, maybe a little bit of the whack-a-mole with the Pittsburgh guys. Probably not a lot of that. Musgrave, I think, is a good one to snag a bit of. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. That is crazy that 10-7 on Thursday night, 10-7 on Monday night. Insanity. So I got no receivers yet on this team. I want a tight end, I think, from the Ravens. Let's get... We'll get Andrews. Let's get McMillan, and then we can get... I don't know. This is a tough decision. What receiver do we want? Scroll down, grab Worthy. I think Franklin's a fun pick. Low-owned Franklin feels probably wrong. I think DJ Moore has a Q tag incoming. Any of the Seattle pieces are nice too. Let's just go Roma Dunte. I think like in Dawg Bowl more so than other stuff. I think the Shaheed or Cup is really good, really fun clicks. Cup Revenge game is a little bit of a fun way to play Seattle. If you're not going to play it, if you're not going to be able to get JSN on a team, it's hard. It's really hard for me to take Shaheed Cup on 6-mans because those guys just feel like, you know, they have reward, but like when you're like, okay, well, McMillan can give me 11 points to 20 points. Cup can get me 4 points to 15. You know, it's just like I get the floor and the ceiling chance with those guys, and then like it just feels like 90% of the time you're getting a 6-point game from Cup. Every once in a blue moon you'll get your 20, and then it's like, well, why didn't I just pick McMillan? That has a better chance of scoring me enough points to matter on a regular basis, which I guess is kind of the ownership game, but the upside just doesn't feel great. I think Shaheed makes more sense, but even then, I don't like it a lot. I'll probably have a little bit of it. I think having that game environment is good because like if there's 5 touchdowns a piece on each team, you're gonna probably want one of Kenneth Walker, Charbonnet, one of JSN, Cup, or 2 of Cup, Shaheed, Barner, Cup, or JSN. Like one of those guys might be needed. So it just seems like clear to me there. Not likely here or Andrews? Yeah, I'll still like on this one. We got a little bit more time. To the other one. Pickems. Let's think about my Pickems here. The only thing about these drafts on Tuesday night, like they don't feel very fast, which I should know is the case, but gotta get it done. I wanted to get this recording in. Can't complain. It's not a great time, people aren't ready for major on Saturday, so I'm way earlier, but I'd rather have one out there than not have one at all. So hopefully you guys are able to watch this back after the fact if you guys are checking it out. But it should be interesting still. A little bit of information for this week. put the glasses on. Eyeballs were a little bit uncomfortable. All right, so we got the 101 and another 6-man, one away on the Dawg Bowl. Looks like we're getting another McCaffrey share. That's fine. Thing is, Bijan's in a good spot too, and I don't really want to miss out on Bijan, but really I'm going to miss out on more Chase than anything if Chase is going to be the clear 102 all week. I just don't think that's... Yeah, I don't think it's crazy to go the other way there. I just think the Pittsburgh, since Cincy offense has a better implosion risk than the Rams or Seattle do right now with how good they look. And even then, like they imploded the Colts offense and they look like damn near unstoppable. So I don't know. It's interesting. Team with a pretty decent pass rush in Pittsburgh, even though their defense hasn't been great this year. I don't know. Pikachu is a cool name. Okay, a cool name like that would have been nice. So Miami's on the... They're playing Monday Night Football, Miami? Oh, no, they play like the Madrid game against Washington. That'll be interesting. Excuse me. Have Harvey lines up yet? Nah, they got Harvey touchdown at 1.06 though. That's interesting. All right, so let's get a let's do a Kittle CMC team where we get Purdy. We skip both elite quarterbacks. This is going to be a little more unique. We get a Buka. This will be a lot more unique. So we get Purdy, stack them up with CMC and Kittle, and then we can maybe get like Marvin or something. Or we just completely just play a different part of the game tree there. We could go like ETN's kind of a fun play. His workload's been awesome lately. I also think Sean Tucker kind of viable, Dawg Bowl for sure. Much better runner. If someone's going to have more success on the ground, Buffalo has a horrible rush defense, so if they have success on the ground, Rachaad White should be okay, but better chance that we get more success from Mr. Sean Tucker there, with him just being a better rusher in general. Apparently, like, they gave up a 50-yard rusher like once, the Patriots, and it was to one person, and his name was Sean Tucker. So interesting stuff. Just another feather in the cap of him being a pretty good runner. Crazy that Chris Brooks is going ahead of Kenneth Walker. Wild stuff. Okay, Dawg Bowl starting. Beautiful. We'll lock in on that. We got the 105. Okay. Can we get one of Puka, JSN, Bijan, CMC? If I can't, I will take Chase and not complain about it by any means. But I want to get the other guys for sure. Let's go. Oh, Nico's still there. That's sick. Okay, we get Nico and then Vidal or ETN. This is a lot of followers in this room. We're just going to play the ADP value. So we get CMC, Kyron, Nico, Buka, Kittle. Super chalk combo. And then we get Low and Purdy to tack on at the end. That'll swap to Mac Jones if Purdy is unavailable this weekend to play. Go lay on the bed, please. Go lay. Go on the bed. Go lay on bed. Go. Good boy. Lay down. There you go. It's a good dog. All right. 101 took CMC. I'll show you this Dawg Bowl here. So we're just praying for JSN or Puka. We're hoping for JSN and Puka. I saw Puka go at 6-1 draft or JSN go at 6-1 draft. If only I could be blessed that much to get that. I don't think it'll happen, but you know, I'm not even asking for him at 6. I just want him at 5. You know, but I'm not gonna get him. I got him. Aha! Let's go. Okay, so this team is Purdy, McCaffrey, Kyron, Egbuka, Nico, Kittle. That's a kind of fun team with a lot of studs in it. And then we get JSN here. Absolutely gorgeous. Nice. Okay, 4207 for the Dawg Bowl. All right, that woke me up. Wait, JSN team. Let's get it and see what we can do on this JSN squad. Get this board up for you guys. Have JJ win at 8. Warren at 7. I took Warren at 7. It felt really gross. Or maybe it was 8, but I took a Warren at 7 or 8, and it felt really gross. But it's kind of just what you got to do. Pretty fun to think about that, though, when you took Warren in like the 8th round of your best ball drafts, and now you're taking him at like pick 6 in week 11 Dawg Bowl. That's kind of cool. I don't know. Excuse me. It's just running back scarcity. That's why they all go up. But still, kind of cool. I think just like getting whatever I can from that game seems like the smart way to go. Like, it's like, can I just like full stack that game? Like, is that something I could do? Like, can I get this crazy and just get all of these guys? I don't know if Torrey Horton's going to play, but I just want to get as much access to that game as I can. Let me see what the Dawg Bowls look like. Can I enter another one and get a second one rolling? That would be ideal. Waiting for 9. We'll keep that up, right? And then hopefully by the time this is done. See, like I said, RV 2-3. So that was just value waiting to be had. That was, I mean, oh, Henry. That's not Harvey. Sorry. Disregard. With my glasses back on, I still can't read, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. I just think like there's a lot in favor of the Harvey stuff. Okay, so we got Lamar just chilling. It's like definitely tempting to grab the upside, but hard to like pass up. Like, you take Lamar here, you don't get your shot at Kyron and Adams and stuff like that. So let's get Adams here. It's a very clean bet of 2 players on teams that feel really nice this week. And then we can see if we can snipe some Harvey. Like these guys all feel like they're just destined to rise. Like these are the best picks in the 3rd or 4th round. Like all Woody Marks, Aaron Jones. Like a lot of these guys are gonna fly up the board. I can't tell you which ones are gonna be flying up, but they're going to be going up the board. Now the question is, do we want to go with like a Darnold stack and add on like a Cup or a Shaheed? Shaheed feels I mean, I kind of want to do the Cup thing. I think the Cup thing is kind of fun. Do a little double with Cup. If Horton's back, that could look really ugly if like Cup is like the 4th man up there or something. But I don't know. It seems more likely that Shaheed would be the next guy up, where he's just like, oh, this is our punt returner, and like he's gonna, play a few snaps for us and run some deep routes, and maybe take Horton's job. Probably will, but Horton is pretty good, so I don't know really why they would replace him fully in the offense, but they might. So I don't know. So Harvey's not going up. Either way, I still thought Harvey was a clear buy. His projection is going to move up too once Dobbins like officially ruled out probably tomorrow. But yeah, Harvey just felt like a clear buy. Like the writing was on the wall that he was more banged up than we knew, just because they didn't like report on it because they went into the game ended or whatever Thursday. They don't. I don't think they have to report anything until the next week. So it's just out of sight, out of mind. Always good to jump in those opportunities. Same with like Bucky last week and Bucky this week, but you don't really get it. Bucky was going like pick 12 early on Dawg Bowls a couple weeks ago. Now people are just like, Bucky will be back when he's back, There will be a buying window though for him. Let's get Harvey here, 3rd round. There will be a buying window for him for sure. I can't say when, but there definitely will be a big buying window for him. So if I can get any of these 5 running backs, I'll take them. Otherwise, I'm not Charbonnet, but any of these 4 running backs, I'll take them. Otherwise, I'll punt and go Cup. We'll see. Yeah, it's just clear buying opportunity for a guy like Harvey. Too cheap. So I'm excited if he ends up being a piece you want, having him at a pretty good price. I do think he'll rise to the 2nd or 3rd round by the end of the week, or he'll rise to the 2nd, 3rd round quickly, and be a selection. And I think he'll be a selection in the 2nd round. Once Dobbins is ruled out, I don't see why he wouldn't just go like 3rd or 2nd round. I just don't. I don't know who would he go above. Maybe I'm the fish here. I don't know. I think he would probably like. I don't know why he wouldn't slot in around Chase Brown. I don't know. And I do think like Kyron should move up a little bit. The quarterback should move down a little bit. Kittle will probably move down a little bit. Yeah, there's room to move here a bit. My thought process, at least. But yeah, I'm happy to get JSN on a team. Yeah, Woody Marks feels like a great pick too. Good game environment there, for conducive for Houston rushing game and stuff if they're playing from a lead most of the game. Shot by win. Okay, so options are dwindling there. So we just go JSN Cup, I think. I think I'm going to have fun with that. Seattle double with Cup. I think Shaheed will be more popular, probably for good reason. But I mean, Cup got 8 points, just like, he can put these six target games together. Gets a touchdown in any of those games. He's really gotten you there. Probably worth to just grab Gadsden. Like, you're kind of just like free rolling Gadsden if you can get him now. I think he would go a lot higher if he was just like normal. It's a normal week. So probably should be scooping a little bit of him. I probably will here. Grab him. If he doesn't play, I can swap him for free. The tiers don't feel okay. It's Buster Boys. Freaking take him. Okay. Well, that's not quite as fun. Let's get Kate Otten. Good total. We'll get Kate Otten here. Get good offense, and he's just a target monster. Maybe he'll get a touchdown soon, but like you're not complaining about 10 points, 10 to 12 points. You are ecstatic about with him. Even 6 probably won't kill you in Dawg Bowl, where there's only like 2 tight ends that can separate this week, McBride and Kittle. And Gadsden if he plays. So you can always say Kelsey could do it, but don't feel quite as good about that recently. But yeah, I'm glad I could get another 3rd round RB team. All right, a few more here. Let's see what we got. Be like fun to do like a we do eventually do. What's up, Go AC Cards? How you doing? How many Dawg Bowls you got? And I saw you in some earlier today. Doing an early little batch of drafts this week because I'm going to be out of town this weekend, but we'll be obviously staying tuned to the stuff going on, but I'm going to get most of my drafting done early this week. Yeah, I'll go Darnold Cup here is what I'm thinking. Yeah. I was thinking most of the week I wanted to get a Cup team, and this will be it. So Darnold Cup. Dude, can Bucky just come back and play, please? Like, God, it's so tilting. So tilting. I want Bucky to be back so bad, man. Makes me really sad. Anyone smelling a trap game for this Patriots Jets game? Trap game? Question mark. I don't know. Could be. Falcons get their revenge on the Panthers. Probably seems likely. I'm just gonna bet on the Bucks. A lot of just like I have not seen. I don't know. Maybe it happens every year, but like it feels like a lot of the games this year that are like massive underdogs. Like there's been a lot of those losses this year. Like the Packers against the Panthers. We had the Bills last week. Like I don't know. There's been a lot of those. Like usually I don't feel like that happens very much. Or like the 10-point dog loses, or 10-point favorite loses. I don't know. That seems like it's happened more. I mean, there's always upsets, obviously, but I don't know. It feels like there's been a few more. Vikings, Bears. These are really tough games to pick this week. Surely the Packers get back on track. Like Dallas Raiders could go anyway. I bet on the Steelers against the Bengals. Jags, Chargers, that could go either way. Chargers have been pretty good, though. I like Seattle over the Rams. I'm a Seattle slappy. Cardinals, Ravens feel really good. Lions Eagles is a great game. These are a lot of fun games this week. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Raiders for fun too. And the Chiefs over Broncos feels like it. That feels like 64-30 feels like off. I think the Chiefs are like a pretty good step above them, but it'll probably be a decent game. Bucks, Bills, Seahawks, Falcons, Chiefs. Yeah, okay. Swap these up. 5 in for you. That's not bad. Nice. I'm not sure how many I'm going to do. Probably around 10 to 15 again, like I did last week. But most of them will be early, which I'm almost to 15 now. So I've done quite a bit early. I usually do not do this many early. I usually like 5 early, and then I do a few later, and then like a few like the morning of, or Saturday. Sorry, Sunday's usually not. It's not open. So, all right. So we get Cup here. Yeah, Aaron Jones is pretty fun. Like Aaron Jones has really re-entered the conversation lately. He's been nice. Like he's been really good. Like look how efficient he's been. 9 for 78, 9 for 47 a touchdown, 3 catches for 22 yards. These are really good games. Like 98 scrimmage yards a game ago. Last game he had was at 69 receiving yard or scrimmage yards, 3 catches. That's good, man. That's really good. All right. Cup, Darnold, Harvey, JSN, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp. Just play that game being a shootout. We get some Adams touchdowns. We get some Kupp touchdowns. We get some JSN touchdowns. Yeah, I like that. Harvey, I think, is a good value. Yeah, waiting on 1 and Dawg Bowl. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We'll knock this one out, do a couple more BRs, and then Pickems, and then we'll call it a day. But yeah, we're getting pretty close to some like being able to talk about, hey, these are the teams I got through. I got this team through with X person, Y person, and yeah. Yeah, I've said it like every year for the past year or so, but I do really want to get more collabs going. I just want to continue to gain credibility and stuff like that. And this year I've done that more than I've ever had before with my big win. I've had some other solid wins and good performances. Getting first in a small contest on Underdog, getting first in a BR contest, getting second in a BR contest, a few stuff like that. Like I've shown it for sure, but getting my biggest win ever this year definitely helps in that sense of gaining some credibility. And I know a lot of these people are nice people in the community, but I just feel like I want to be able to bring something to the table, and I think I've accomplished that in terms of like I'm not going to be the perfect entertainer for a stream, but I know that I can bring some value to what the table. Then I'm like I can bring insight, I can bring strategy, I can bring those kind of things to the table and have record to show for it of like what I've done and the wins I've had. Obviously, I'm not the most successful player. Obviously, there's only a few of those on the site, but definitely done some good things and profited on some nice slates. So I think that's it's nice to have that little extra credibility in my belt, under my belt, but we will see how we can build on that and kind of collabing with other creators. Yeah, just want to be able to bring more, and I think I've accomplished that, and I want to continue to build on that as well. So I really want to know how this is going to break down, because I feel pretty confident that Lamar and Allen are going to slip down here, but like who's moving up? Is it going to be Dowdle above Warren? Is it going to be Warren above Dowdle? James Cook feels really low. Ikbuka feels low. I don't know. Just a lot of shifting going to be done here. McBride in the first round doesn't feel great to me. I don't want to do that by any means. I'm not into it. I've just been smashing the JJ button. Probably just going to continue doing that. How much rice do I have? Let's see. I have 2 Rice teams. We'll do another JJ team, whatever, dude. Fudge it. Live by the sword, die by the sword. JJ is one of my favorite players. We'll just keep on ripping JJ in. I don't know. I just don't. I can't get behind this. But hey, if McBride scores you 20 again, which he's done like 2 weeks in a row, basically, or 2 out of the last 3 weeks, I'm the one that's dumb because I'm the one that missed out on a tight end scoring 20 points. Yeah. So how much Andrews do I have in this? Andrews likely. 2 likely, 0 Andrews. So I'll probably see if I can get an Andrews share in. Like Cowboys Raiders game, man, I really hope that's a Bauer Smash game because that is a fun sounding game. Sounds like 0 defense to be played in that game. That sounds fun. I'm not gonna get JJ Buka. Yeah. I was like, can I get JJ Buka? That'd be cool. All right, let's see my JJ combos. I need to figure this out now. Jefferson. I have a JJ team with Lamar. I have a JJ Kyron, and I have a JJ Kittle. So JJ Nico would be ideal here, but I don't know if I'll get him. I'll take JJ Nico or JJ Allen, whatever you're gonna give me. Yeah, I take Nico. That's fine. Yep, that works for me. Okay, then we got a few options here. We got the Aaron Jones out. We got the Harvey out. We got the Rashad White. We got plenty of options here. Cool. Okay, here. What else did I want to do here? HJ goes. Looks like a lot of the running backs are still there for me. We got not a lot of running back slots on my side, which is good. Okay, let's see. What was I about to do here? ETN. Swift, Aaron Jones. I still think Harvey here. This is how you build the teams. Like you get the right guy to come back to you here. I think you're really happy. Like give me Woody or Swift here, and I got a lot of reason to be happy with this one. Swift has just looked good like every week. He's been good every week. It's wild. It's like the question is like, if I have a better chance of getting a Harvey to come back or one of these guys, I would estimate probably one of these dudes. But I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Chris can't grab any running backs. These guys can both grab one each. So we'll see. It's getting closer. There's 1, 2, 3. 3 running backs. Well, yeah, 3 running backs max that could be taken now. And there's 3 on the board that I like. Woody goes. I really just want Swift here. So if I can't get Swift, I don't really know if I want anything. So we'll see if I can get Swift or not. No way I'm gonna get Swift. I had. Oh wait. Nah. I was wishful thinking to think I was gonna possibly get the guy I wanted there. I think getting Gadsden is just a sharp pick here. Get a guy that has a ton of upside. Obviously, not gonna work. It might not work out, but like you're not missing out on a lot here. McMillan I love, but like he has not. He scored 2 touchdowns, scored 16 points. It's just not. Bryce Young is just not a great quarterback for him. And I'm not saying he can't have a ceiling game, but I'm not like it's not really there. The ceiling is really hard to get. And I think like if you just like plug in like I don't know, plug in Darnold or something into the offense, funny on the Panthers, but like plug in Darnold in there, and like McMillan is going for like he's putting up numbers. And he's not. I don't think he's JSN. I don't think he's like a Jefferson. I don't think he's like one of the best receivers in the league. But I think he's really good. Who knows how good he could be? But he's a good player. Like he's every chance he has to like show it. He's like done good stuff, and he's coming off an injury. I think McMillan's probably too cheap, honestly, as well. So I do like getting him in the 4th round. That feels really good, especially when you're looking at like Shakir. Dude, that's like Sutton is like legit like the wide receiver 2 on his team, which is wild. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of weird shit going on. Let's go ahead and move this to. Like to match the theme a little bit there. So yeah, we'll finish this Dawg Bowl, and then we'll do a little bit of Battle Royales to close out, and then we'll go back to the. Yeah, I was just talking about that a little bit ago. I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm living to die by the sword there. I just don't like. At this point, like, yeah, the 20 points or whatever he gets you, if he gets you 20 points, is good. But I think, like, giving up, the 30-point ceiling at receiver, but I think it's probably fair to give JJ, London, Rico, Cook, James Cook, like like Warren. Those guys all have 30-point ceilings probably. Which I guess technically McBride has like a 30-point ceiling, but like feels a lot harder for McBride to get you 30 than JJ, London, Warren, Rico, Henry, Rashi Rice, Buka. Those guys can get you 30 a lot easier, and I just like want to take those shots at the players that give me 30. Now, if we're talking Brock Bowers, if Brock Bowers is there, it's a much different story. Let's get. Shit, is someone gonna take 9 from me? Someone gonna take Sean Tucker is the real question. Surely no one's touching Sean Tucker, right? Because I just don't want to. I don't want to get. There's nothing else here that I want. Hopefully, no one takes Sean Tucker from me. I think Sean Tucker is a pretty sneaky ass play this week. So the problem is with Sean Tucker is if like, what about you? Are you taking any McBride in the first round? I'll take him all the time in the 6-mans, but I just don't know about the 12-mans for this week. Op cost is a lot different there. But I mean, if he just keeps smashing, like if he gets 25, you're probably going to need him because I doubt anyone's matching that at tight end. It's really like, oh, I hope he gets 16, and then you can match him with like a Gadsden or maybe not Gadsden's a good example, but like, oh, I can match him with an Andrews or something, that kind of thing. But I don't know. Yeah, where was he going the last couple? Where was he going before? I don't think I have any McBride. No, I didn't get any. I did some drafts earlier. So was he going like he was going second round, right? I saw a lot more second round McBride. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, when you could get him, I think you could have got him like around here, right? If he's not going to go there at all, then probably yeah. No, I you're probably right there. He was going like mid-second, I thought. He did kind of sneak up on me. He just started going higher and higher. That's weird. But I mean, don't blame you. Like he's clearly the tight end 1 on the slate. Definitively. But I also think Kittle's a good play too. So yeah. First round, but you saw great. Jones, Jade in the 5th or Harvey in the 4th. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. It's like the picks are getting like worse at the end because the bad ones are getting pushed down. Yeah, I think Sean Tucker's a good play. I like him a lot. I mean, obviously, probably just get the Bucky free roll there instead of taking Tucker, but I think Bucky's going to get rolled out in the next couple days. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think that it's pretty like, I don't know. The problem is if Buffalo goes down, if it goes up early, which is very possible, Sean Tucker might just be like a straight up 0. But like their rush defense is so bad, they might just run it a little bit just because like that wasn't necessarily like they weren't like the Bucks were not in control of that game the whole time by any means. In fact, I don't even know how often they were leading. They might not have been leading very much during that game. Maybe a small portion. And Sean Tucker got, was that 11 carries? I didn't see. 9 carries and 1 reception. So give me that again. I'm down with it. Yeah, straight up White over Tucker. Yeah, I agree with you there. Did I skip on White or did he go? No, he was gone. Okay. Yeah, I like Rachaad White too, but I think Sean Tucker's in the mix here this week as a late round guy. All right, see a few more. Let's do a few more regular. And get some stacks of the players I wanted. I want a Green Bay stacks. I want San Francisco stacks. Those are the 2 that I'm gonna go after this week. Like I'm willing to take Wicks in the last round or Watson. Yeah, not doubling, but I'm willing to do one of the two. Musgrave. I could do Musgrave, like do Musgrave, Wicks, Watson, Wicks, or Watson, Musgrave. I'd probably do that. Yeah. It's nice to get a good quarterback unowned that has like a decent ceiling. And Purdy's always been a pretty good quarterback for. I mean, that was playoffs, right? When was that? 12-30? Oh, that was the last game of the season when he threw like Pearsall went crazy. Forgot about that game. That was crazy. Anyways, yeah, Purdy's a good quarterback too for that purpose. All right. So looks like another draft. I'll be able to collect one of my Infinity Stones here of Puka or JSN. And then let's rip like a Jordan Love. Let's just F around and find out here. Let's do like something like this. Yeah, like that. Kittle, Watson, Love, whatever running backs I want. I think that's fun. I'm gonna multi-table. I'll only do a couple. 13 more minutes about. We'll bounce out of here. Let's look into the battle or the Pickems here because I don't know what's going to be available. I might just have to do like the island games because there might not be a lot available right now. They have Buffalo, Tampa Bay posted. Oh, they got a lot of lines posted. Okay, we're good. I thought they were about to let me take a Caleb Johnson under. Yeah, we get Puka here. It's like, do I take the running back 2 on the Falcons or do I take Puka Nacua? I think I'm going to take Puka Nacua. Just kidding. On the one by 2, but yeah, I don't know. That's been a little funky. And Wolf. All right, what do we got here? We need a running back. Let's go James Cook, Rico. We'll get Rico, I guess, first. So Rico, Puka, Jordan Love, Watson, Kittle is what we want. So we get Kittle, Jordan Love, Watson, and then another running back, which can be like Woody Mark or something. Seems okay. Excuse me. Jeez, the glitching. Lots of glitching. Let's see what we just had to do. Okay. That Minnesota game in mini. That's good at least. All right, I got Kittle here. On the clock at the 103. I'm going to get JSN. What running back are we going to get? Do we just take Harvey and go triple scrolls, or do we go a different route? I think Derek. I think I just go triple scroll 4, 5, 6. About Aaron Jones. Yeah, we go Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, Jordan Love, Christian Watson. Is it a good week to go back to the olds this week? We go Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry for all the money. It might be. It might be a good week for it. Take McBride here, probably. McBride. Jason McBride. And then give me like JJ or Buko would be sick. Or Allen. I guess it's fine too. Oh yeah, we get Ibuka. Just casual Ibuka there, baby. All right, back on the clock over here. This will be a Jordan Love, Christian Watson. Yeah, I just feel like this is the kind of like play you can make. Like I think you get the 2 low owned, and you just hope you get the JAMO week, right? Like you get the low owned quarterback, and you hope you get the JAMO week. 101 for Watson. We've definitely seen that before. We've definitely seen Watson go for 103 before. Not saying that that's a much different offense, different quarterback, shit like that, but kind of a fun way to play it this week. So you take the low-owned quarterback, whether that be Mac Jones or Purdy, and then you just get, choose your own adventure at receiver, Watson, Wicks, Musgrave, all 3 of those being low-owned, and then you get the 3, you get the Pearsall low-owned, you get I think Jennings is low-owned. Yeah, Kittle low-owned. Well, not Kittle. Kittle not low-owned. Jennings and Pearsall low-owned. Opportunity I'm going to take every time I can. Bo Nix unstacked seems okay, but that feels pretty suspect. And then obviously if Dart is in, I would jam Dart. If Dart's in this week. So we get Nico. So we get a triple running back team here, triple receiver team. You can get Vidal, Aaron Jones again, RJ Harvey, Rashad White. Rashad White feels good being that late. Chase Brown. Is P9 hurt still? I know he was banged up. High ankle sprain. Yeah, Chase Brown. I didn't even. Yeah, I should be. Chase Brown is a good pick. I've been like really discounting him, but he is a nice pick, I think. Yeah, bad O-line, but like his role is going to be so much better. So much better. Yeah, probably should be taking a little bit more of that, man. Take Chase Brown here, and then can we get Baker maybe? Unstack Mahomes. Probably should have done that if I could have. Probably lost my opportunity on that bad boy. Yeah. And then you get Darnold low on too. I'll take Darnold JSN all day. Do one more BR, and it'll be our San Fran stack. Make sure I get one quota filled from the thumbnail. Baker or Darnold? I'm going to go Darnold on this one. All right, last draft here. Pickems. Okay. Let's see what we want to do with the Pick'em situation here. Start getting my ideas flowing here. NFL. We'll get weird, I guess. We'll do a Pick'em for like a lot of these games. I wish I could take an 80 Mitchell scroll, bro. I would happily do that. But a slide for 80 Mitchell, sorry. But okay, can't do that. That's fine. Waddle's been so awesome, dude. I'm really happy to see Waddle like really cooking. That's it's fun. One of my favorite players in the league. Guess you just need a Hill, which I was kind of hoping was not going to be the case. Like I didn't want Hill to get hurt, but I was hoping Waddle and Hill could kind of coexist together, which they did 1 year. But pretty much Waddle was just like a clear backseat guy for like most of his career with Hill, which I guess you can't blame him for, but a little bit frustrating. We can stack Buffalo, Tampa Bay a little bit, I guess. No. We swap. We stack the Minnesota Chicago game. That's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. So we're gonna take. Oh, we'll do it after. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking as I'm in the middle of a draft. Just trying to brainstorm here. We're gonna have a top 3 picks though, so we'll figure that out as we go. On the main slate, top 3 picks. Yeah, that feels good. Africa's at 3 in this room. Interesting. Puka Nakua off the board. Let's go. Jacobs and Rasheed Rice, and then we go like Kittle next, hopefully. Purdy, Pearsall. We'll see what we can get next, but something like that. Yeah, no Green Bay lines, so. Okay. Let's do a theme here. I like this. All right, I found one more player. They don't have Rashad White rush receiving. That's brutal. Damn. Well, Aaron Jones rush receiving? Don't have that either. Damn, bro. Come on. Kittle goes. Okay, so we can't do the Kittle thing. Can't do Warren either. Okay, let's do... Derrick Henry. Let's go. Tight end. Let's just get Gadsden. And then we go Purdy, Pearsall. A little bit of a weird team, but not bad. Damn, getting screwed. I really wanted the Aaron Jones rush receiving. Would have been perfect for this one. I really like this one. It's kind of a fun way to play it. Do Chase Brown, I guess, rush receiving too. Play that game environment being fun. Yeah, we'll do that. So I got I got a really fun, it's a 7X. I don't know why, but that's fun. Yeah. Those feel good. I got 3 game script dependent play, 3 game script dependent guys that feel pretty nice this week. Running backs. All right, see what AZ Cards is cooking here. We got Nico, Bijan, McBride, Igbuka, Nico. Nice. Just scooping the value there. I like it. I got JSN, Higgins, Adams. Adams at 25. Kittle, Josh Allen. Just a lot of studs on that lineup. My lineup feels the worst by far, but that's kind of what you play in these and just hope you get the right combo. Zay Flowers, Lamar, JJ, Kelsey. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have some fun with this one. Mr. Purdy and Mr. Pearsall. Sick. So hopefully they're back this week. If Purdy and Pearsall back, I still like them a lot this week. Just like Purdy's going to play, no limitations, maybe a little bit like less rushing upside, but still a good quarterback I'd like to play on the state like this. And then Pearsall just like immediately feels like a good play. Like he Pearsall healthy is probably going like around Higgins and Adams, probably like a 4th round pick, which is like you get them at 0% ownership basically. I'm into that. And like it's always good to get the Q tags early because you can, first of all, you can swap to something that's like drafted the rest of the week, or you get the, if they're ruled in or if they're, they're in and people didn't expect it, like they just automatically get a low ownership because no one has them before. The problem is if someone like swaps like all of it to Ricky Pearsall or something, which that won't happen. But if like Jawan Jennings was out and then Kittle was out all of a sudden, and it's like, oh shit, everyone swaps to Pearsall. That would be like the only way. If something crazy like that would happen, then you lose out. Like, oh, Pearsall's in, but I still get screwed because everyone swaps to Pearsall. So I don't know. Either way, all right, let's jump in this pick'em stuff here. I have some ideas flowing right now. All right, so we got this one. I like this one quite a bit. 45, 10. All right, so I like this a little bit. So we got the Jalen Warren, Woody Marks, Chase Brown, 3 guys that are like game script dependent. So even if the Bengals are playing from ahead, Cincinnati's playing from ahead, Woody Marks are playing from ahead or behind, they all should have roles. So yeah, I like it a lot. Let's do this now. Let's lock this in. Obviously, yards are a little bit tough recently with the kickoff rules, but I've been having some success with the yard stuff. It's not really seeming like too big of a problem. And it's skewed a little bit. I'm sure like these yardage totals are a little bit lower than they would be in years prior, but definitely fun to take like the rush attempts and stuff, but those aren't even available right now. So yeah, I would have took like rush attempts on like a guy. Like I was wanting to take rush attempts on who was I wanting to take rush attempts on? I wanted to take rush attempts on a certain player over. It's going to be ETN. I want to take rush attempts on ETN, but couldn't do that. All right, Pickems. Got the 3 pick. Okay, we got this slide the alt special AJ Caleb. So I got a JJ Caleb's slider here for us. That feels pretty fun. We're going to slide JJ all the way up to the max because I like having fun. And rooting for Justin Jefferson is fun. So I'm going to do that. Bears defense has been awful. So willing to take that risk. And to just play the narrative of Caleb having to scramble. Dropping back, getting rushed heavily. Caleb has to scramble out of the pocket. We'll throw 25 on this bad boy for 939. 26 for 1,000. 27 for 1,000. We'll do 27 for 1,000. Hey, we hit a 45 extra last week. Why can't we hit a 37 extra this week? So share this one in the chat as well. But I want to hit one for the people. Well, and then a game stack. Let's do a game stack for the Miami game. I think that would be kind of fun. There's not a lot of angles I like to play though, is the problem. Let's do Tua Cooks 3 touchdowns. Start off with that. We get the problem is they're not offering anything for the running, anything for Washington really, other than Devo line and Ertz lines. That's all they're offering. That's ridiculous. That's really annoying. Burks line, is there a Burks one? There's not even a trail on Burks line. That's brutal. Maybe I can't do this because there's not a lot of options. Like Terry's out. Why is there so much ambiguity here? Wait, I'm not. If I can't take other guys, I don't really want to take it in general. All right, let's get off this game. Pick a different one. Tampa Bay Buffalo. Can't take the. Okay, I can. $30 Keon Coleman catch. Sean Tucker touchdown. God, that is awful. 1.39 is just awful. Okay, we're gonna find something that's better because this is just making me sick looking at some of these numbers that we're clicking on. Carolina, Atlanta. Let's do that. That's fun. All right, let's do this game. Last game was a blowout. This game could be more fun. All right, let's get McMillan up. What, 8 catches or like? Most he's had is 7. I like him getting chunk plays more. So let's go 100 yards. 100 yards is the 3x. That feels good. And then let's get what's Bijan 2 touchdowns? Nah, good on that one. Bijan 25-yard rush. That feels good. And then we get it's got like a red zone alert. I was like, the hell was happening right now? JT Sanders feels like, yeah, I'll do that. That's just, I'll just tack that on. I don't have a problem with that. Mooney's been awful. Let's do Pitts. Pitts over. 5 catches for Pitts. Yeah, he's usually more involved. 50x, that's clean. So it's like basically two slides and then 2 tight end overs. 50x, yeah, $20 for 1,000, easy. 2, 21, 23, 24, $25. Yeah, why not? Whatever. Let's have fun. Let's have some fun. Might as well. All right, game stack. Carolina, Atlanta. That is a 50xer. Enter that and enter that. All right, so tail that at your own risk if you'd like a little bit of an extra little sweats. Had a hit a couple weeks ago. One off last week with the likely stuff, unfortunate, and then I hit a nice one. Was not a stream play, but I was heavy on Henderson. Talked about Henderson on the stream a lot. Hit a nice Henderson alt line. So hopefully I can get one of those through for us as well. Don't want to be leaving you guys hanging if you guys are jumping in those plays, but I assume most of you guys are just hanging out. So, but if you guys are tailing, good luck. Hopefully we can win. But anyways, have a good week, everybody. Enjoy week 11. I will be on the sidelines a little bit this week. I'll be still doing a good amount of drafts, but I'm going to be busy with family and other important stuff going on. So should be a fun weekend anyways. But we'll be tuned in, checking out the scores and seeing how the games are going. And as always, having a good time with that. Hoping to win fantasy matchups, all of that jazz. Hope you guys all win all your fantasy matchups. Good luck in DFS. Good luck in Battle Royale, Dawg Bowl, whatever you're doing. Best ball sweats, whatever you're rooting for, I hope works out in your favor. And I see you guys at the top of the leaderboard. And we're both, first, second, third, all of us together. We're lining the top of the leaderboards, podium, sniping there. Thanks, man. Yeah, you have a good week as well. AZ Cards, appreciate you hanging out, brother. So, anyway, guys, appreciate you guys hanging out. Everyone have a good week. And as always, find value in everything you do. And we'll see you guys next week for week 12. We're almost to week 14, almost to the playoff weeks of your fantasy contests. Best ball, playoff best ball just around the corner now. A lot of fun down the pipeline. So good luck this week. See you guys next time. Peace.